Well, it's hot out there, and temps will continue to heat up this weekend. So what should pet parents be on the lookout for this summer season, and what can we do to make sure that our fur babies are safe?
I love it. Dr. Ambika Vaid is here with us with some answers. You are back. We're so happy to have you back. She's an integrative veterinarian and advisor to Badlands Ranch. So let's start with, I feel like, the most worrisome danger. Heat stroke, heat exhaustion, dehydration. Is that something really common here? Okay.
Yeah. So just as the season has kind of warmed up quite a bit already, I have seen a couple cases of heat stroke, and I just saw a case for burned paw pads last week.
No.
So heat stroke is probably the most important thing to be aware of. I think pet parents can sometimes get overwhelmed with, like, when do we take our pets out during the day? So I recommend earlier in the day, late in the evening is recommended. Avoid the middle of the day when it's the hottest. Things to monitor for heat stroke: if you notice like pale tongue, panting, lethargy, exercise intolerance, those are all signs that your pet's probably a little too hot. Call your vet immediately, take your pet in, because heat stroke can be fatal if it's not treated.
Wow. Oh my gosh, those are good signs to look out for. I'm also curious, you said burned paw pads.
Yeah.
That sounds really painful.
Yeah, so kind of in the same realm of things, right? Like when it's so warm outside, the ground gets really warm and dogs are playing, they don't realize it, and they're burning or sloughing off that first layer of their paw pad. It's super hard to treat because they're walking on it. And so it's really, really hard to treat it. So booties are your best friend during this time of the year.
Cute.
The other thing is people love going to lakes and water and swimming. That makes paws really soft and more susceptible to getting burned and lacerated, essentially, right? So again, booties, when they're in the water, drying them up really nicely, maybe have them sit on grass for a little bit and then let them walk on just normal ground, and that helps a lot too.
That is great advice, because I would never think anything of it going from the lake to the concrete, and it could actually make the burns worse. Okay, any specific heat concerns for bulldogs or other breeds with their little short snouts?
The brachycephalic breeds, 100%. So they already have respiratory distress because their faces are so much more smushed than they should be. So I would 100% recommend keeping those pets indoors at all times.
Really?
Only letting them out after the sun is set or early in the morning. If that means changing your routine, then that's what's recommended. These dogs already have such a hard time breathing in general, and so during the summer they can really just collapse and not know what to do.
I want to ask you about, fleas and ticks, and I think most of us pet parents, good pet parents, are, treating those sorts of things. But even mosquitoes, they are out in full force right now, and I feel like I see the dog kind of like scratching a little bit.
Could they get West Nile?
Not West Nile, but mosquitoes carry heartworm disease. So that's another concern, is heartworm prevention, flea and tick prevention is huge during the summer. Ticks love to live in wooded areas, and that's where people like to go hiking. So flea, tick, heart prevention is super important during this time of the year.
And you just mentioned hiking, so I can only imagine with the humans going out and being more active in the summer, does that increase? Do you see a lot more injuries, whether it's from hikes or water or whatever it may be?
Yes, so again, everyone's out and about during this time of the year. I love hiking, my husband loves it, and you don't even know how long it's gonna last, right? You may plan to go for a couple hours and it turns into 6 hours. And so your pets who usually hike with you, we have to remember that they're aging. We need to be a little bit more careful with them. Glucosamine supplements are a good thing to just help protect their joints if they're gonna be walking with you. Super Mobility with Badlands Ranch is the one that I use, but any glucosamine supplement is recommended. Keeping snacks with you is super, super good. If you need a break for snacks, your pet also needs a break for snacks. So kibble, freeze-dried, protein, anything that you can keep with you, it's shelf safe, shelf stable, keep that with you.
No, that's good. I would never think, he's fine, he had breakfast,
Totally.
And I'm almost afraid to know the answer to this question. We talk about it, every time, the temperatures get above 90, but do you find that people still leave their dogs in hot cars?
Yes, yes, and it's a little too common, so I think it's just an education thing. I think it's so important to just make sure we're telling people it's not safe, not even to leave your pet outdoors. If it's that hot, don't even leave your pet outdoors if they're an outdoor dog. Bring them in for the day, let them out in the evening, and again, in the cars, it's super, super scary.
Yes, it is. It can, that heat supposedly can jump, even if it's like an 80, 78 degree day, you're gone for 10 minutes and it can get above 100 degrees in that car.
Yeah, and
so
we've already seen
how
much warmer it's gotten already.
All right, well, this is our message today.
Yes.
We're doing our part. Do not leave your dogs outside this weekend, certainly not in a car. Listen to Dr. Ambika. She knows what she's talking about, and we appreciate
Thank you
for
so
being
much.
here.